got you, brother. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Good to see you
Wicked.
again after New York Comic Con.
Yes, you too, my guy. You too, man.
Yeah, I won't take too much time from you, so let's just get right into it.
Let's go.
Right. You know what? How about we begin with New York Comic Con? How did you and everyone else react to seeing that activation over there?
Yeah, it was sick. It was my first ever Comic Con. First time I've been at a Comic Con. So, it was a beautiful experience, and yeah, it was exciting, and yeah, nothing but love and gratitude to Doom Patrol and the HBO Max team for giving us the opportunity and for letting me be a part of something that was so dope. The set was amazing, like everything that was going on. Like Cyborg had his own pinball machine. It was sick, man. Like, sorry, claw machine. It was sick. It was amazing seeing the fans there and being able to have that conversation and just seeing everyone in their costumes and suits and showing all that love was sick. So yeah, I had a great time. How about yourself?
I had a wonderful time over there, even though it was very hot.
Yeah, oh yeah, it was bacon. It was bacon. But yeah, I always give gratitude when we have the sun because I'm from London and so it rains a lot. So I'd much rather sweat than my head dripping with rain.
Now let's get to the season finale because the finale is coming in the coming days, and I would like to know what can fans expect for this finale. It seems like the entire show is wrapping up, but then next thing you know, we got season four.
hmm Yeah, no, this the season finale is everything that you expect from a Doom Patrol season finale. Is weird, it's wacky, it's wonderful. There's high stakes, it's heart wrenching, and also it's an opportunity for us to really bring a close to the season. And I think that it's something that is gonna. Uh, I'm really excited because last season we didn't really get this moment. We didn't get the moment to have our season finale. It was kind of stolen by COVID. And so although we had shot and what went out as the season finale wasn't actually the finale. So now being able to put an actual closing chapter to our series is great because I feel like we don't get shortchanged. We actually get the real good. So it's exciting, and I think everyone is going to be blown away by what they see. And if you're expecting a 3-course meal, then you're going to get a 4-course meal. It's going to be just what you wanted and more. And it's going to allow us to really live in these characters and expect the unexpected, because that's always what happens with the Doom Patrol.
Speaking of the characters, what are some of your favorite character interactions you've had during this entire season?
Oh, um, some of my favorite character interactions. I always, the Doom Patrol every day, the interactions that we have naturally, but I highlight my interactions with Silas, with Phil Morris. Those scenes are always really, really special for me as an actor and also as a character with Vic and Silas. I'm always blown away from the energy that we conjure up when we're in these scenes and what we are able to deliver on and the feels that you get. So yeah, definitely my scenes with Phil Morris. Then I would have to say I love the interaction with Garguax. That was awesome. It was so weird, and these characters were so beautiful and so beautifully crafted. And specifically the scene where Vic goes up to them and has the conversation to try and kind of fill them out is such a beautiful, beautiful interaction, beautiful scene. And I think finally would have to be Subconscious Patrol and the interaction with just the whole cast. It's the first time that we've all been together in a scene, and it was beautiful to share that moment and also to give that to the fans, and for them to see Brendan, to see Matt, to see Riley, to see Matt, and to see the rest of us, me, Diane, April, all in one scene together, which hasn't happened yet. And so that was definitely a real highlight moment for me.
During the whole season, there's also been a lot of fan theories of what people could think that could happen on the finale. Without confirming or denying, did any fan theories came true, whether it's for this Sunday's episode or during this whole season?
Have any fan theories come true? I think I haven't seen all of the fan theories, so I couldn't really give you an honest judgment on them. But I can say that a lot of things that the fans, one thing that's so beautiful about the show is that it's so unexpected. You know, like I haven't seen one comment or one tweet or one fan theory about, for example, Vic, or Cyborg losing his cybernetics and becoming Vic and just living in that space. That was completely out the woodworks, completely, even for myself, I didn't even expect us to go there where we went. And so I think the joy of that is the fact that we can always expect the unexpected. And as much as we can create ideas as to what might happen, there's always going to be something happening that we didn't expect. And so I think that that's the dream about this show and what the writers room do so well in creating these characters and creating this world that we display.
When you first got the role for Cyborg, did you went back and read the comics of Cyborg and Doom Patrol, or was you already a fan of the comics when you got the role?
Yeah, I was already a fan of the Cyborg comics and Teen Titans comics. I'm a huge Teen Titans and Cyborg fanatic. But Doom Patrol, I didn't know too much about Doom Patrol, and I did go back and read the Gerard Way versions of the comics and tap into that and understand, and also Grant Morrison, and really kind of try and feed in from there. But for me, it was slightly different because Cyborg isn't in those comics, and so I had to draw a lot of my materials from the Cyborg comics, the Teen Titans comics, the Cyborg Rebirth, 52, all of that, and then also just what is on screen today, from Justice League to Cyborg appearing in some of the animations, to Teen Titans, to Young Justice, etc. So yeah, I pulled from all of those materials and read the Doom Patrol comics just to get a sense of the world and understand exactly what I was walking into, which even still to this day, I still don't understand what I'm walking into every time we see a new episode with some weird and wacky shit going on. So yeah, it's sick, man.
One of my favorite episodes this season was the 1917 episode. What was that like for you when you were on the set for that one?
The 1917 episode, it was phenomenal, man. It was weird. It was beautiful. It was cool because like with this season there was so much going on that I actually got to enjoy these episodes as a spectator, because there was so much that that Vic wasn't a part of. So we read these things in the scripts, but I don't get to see all of the days and the shooting days when I'm not there or I'm not in these scenes. So things like that. The set was so beautiful. I did get to see the set before it all happened, and was a part of the scene when we're on our knees and Madame Rouge is going through and having that recollection of her being in the past. But a lot of those scenes were things that I didn't actually get to experience until actually watching it. So I got to really watch those as a fan and as a spectator. And that's what makes it really exciting for me. And I know the rest of the cast, because we get to really enjoy the show as a viewer as much as we are in the show, because there's just so much going on.
You brought up the point about watching spectator. Do you find it hard to watch your own scenes sometimes? Because there's actors I also know they're either mixed about it or they don't watch their own seasons.
Yeah, I'm more of the first type. I love to watch my own scenes. I love to watch my work and watch my shows that I'm in and see the worlds. And one big thing, I feel like it informs my performances to know where I am on set during that time and what I'm playing with, what I'm experiencing, and seeing what they do within the edits. I feel like, I was talking to someone earlier about the scene where we're hitting the baby Madame Rouge, and they was like, well, what was that like? And I'm like, well, we're hitting nothing. We're hitting thin air, oxygen at the time, and that's all superimposed and put in. And if I didn't get to watch that back and see what it was going to be like, then next time if there's anything in that world or anything that they do, it helps me to, they did the scene like that last time, and so it might be in the same kind of world. So it helps me to bring it to life even more in my imagination and make it more real. And the more real it is the more you guys enjoy it. So I like to watch my scenes back, and I like to watch the episodes in its entirety to understand more about the world that we're living in, and just see how things translate on screen for where we are in the day when we're shooting it.
I just think it's perspective because it's not about watching your own scenes, but it's about the environment, the mannerisms, and how to bring the words out.
Exactly. Yeah. So all of that, we get to really experience when you're watching. But some actors, they don't like to watch anything back, and they just kind of, put it out there and leave it there. But even for myself, I'm a writer, I'm a producer, I also direct, and so I can remove myself from the performance element of it and watch it in its entirety. And I find that I can critique myself, whereas some actors feel like they might get in their own heads a little bit too much if they see themselves back. But for me, it's the opposite. I prefer to watch my work back and see my performances and see what I could have done better and how I could have made better performances for myself and for the show.
My final question for you: what do you want to see in season 4?
Ooh, in season 4, I want to see everything we've seen and more. I want to see season 4 take it up a level. We've done that every single season. Season 1, season 2, season 3. It's just got better and better and better. And I just want to continue that mantra and just continue our seasons being bigger and better than they were, more wackier, more big bads, more togetherness with the Doom Patrol, more character development, more of the weird stuff like the sex ghosts and the butts and what other crazy creatures or crazy things. At this point, I feel like there are no borders, there are no restrictions, like there is nothing that you can really say or do that would be like, oh, this is not within the rules of the show, or this is too wild. We've gone so wild that let's just keep going, let's just keep making it weird, wacky and wonderful. And I'm really interested to see where Vic ends up, being on the journey that he's at now and where he is right now. I can't wait to see where he's gonna end up and what's gonna happen. So yeah, man, season 4, I just know I have full confidence in the Room Patrol. It's gonna be bigger and better than it's ever been, and I'm a part of that ride, and I can't wait to get in the seat.
I cannot wait as well. Thank you so much for your time today, and also
Thank you,
cool
bro.
artboard on the background.
Oh, thank you, bro.
I wish I could have
Appreciate
one,
it.
but we can't have one here.
Oh, okay, I got you. Maybe one day, man.